Welcome to Board Ghost, a story broadcast with games as the engine.
If living is a highway, then heaven is a bus stop. Been waiting for a minute there, or has it been forever? 'Cause dying don't agree with me, no. Dying don't agree with me, no. All you board ghosts, come with me, we're going home.
We believe you're out there, hungry for stories for shared experiences. We can't see you, can't hear you, yet we will play for you. This night's offering is Ribbon Drive. We're going to be revisiting this game and telling a new story with some new characters. Our players for Ribbon Drive:
Brian Jones here today.
Ken Breeze once again with you, Board Ghosts.
And new to it, Stacey Douglas Moverly.
All right, welcome, Stacy. And I am John Holt. So Ribbon Drive, we played it before. We'll put together a primer where you can go listen to a brief of how the game rolls and kind of get a sense of how this game is sort of set up and then how you play it out. We have two mixtapes, Ken's and Stacy's. We're going to start with Ken's. We rolled a die to determine which of the two we would use, so it was randomly chosen. So we're going to start with Ken's mixtape, which is Ribbon Overdrive.
Ribbon Overdrive, and this is the only die roll we'll make all game. It's the only one we do.
Yeah.
So, talk about collaborative storytelling game that is very rules light. Welcome.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Our materials are a bunch of people and some index cards and some Sharpies. And that's it. And we're off in our imaginations. The most powerful gaming tool of them all. Is there anything you'd like to say about the playlist, Ken, before we get cracking into it? Or you want to let it speak for itself?
This playlist I created as an homage to my own tastes. So if someone could listen to this playlist and know more about me. So it's sort of an introduction to my musical taste, I guess, and maybe possibly who I am. So yeah, that's sort of it.
So we will all like it. 'Cause we all
I
like
sure
you.
hope so. But it's okay if you don't like it.
Like we did in the previous episode, I condensed our character and story building into the length of the tracks.
Yeah.
So what I'll do in this one is if we skip that second track or to the second track, then that will be, I'll still cut it. So like if they start the playlist at the first track, that will run beneath our sort of story building.
Yeah.
Because what you do in this game, you actually listen to the track in silence, read the lyrics if you have them available, and just kind of get impressions, then pause the soundtrack as players and let it unfold and kind of figure out what your story is from there before you start the soundtrack again. But what we'll do is make it so you guys at home can just hit play and experience the soundtrack as we are building our characters. If you're listening for our website, there should be a link to the playlist, or you can generate the playlist using the list of tracks that we put on the website. And when you get to that, if you hit play after I count down, then you should be roughly in sync with where we're at. It doesn't have to be a hard sync. Don't worry about that too much. Hit play in 3, 2, 1. So let's say we're on, if we're on a bachelorette weekend or something, one of us would be maybe the
Ostensibly
bride.
be the bride-to-be, as the case may be. Yeah.
Trying to catch the runaway bride.
Oh,
That's interesting.
That's actually kind of interesting.
So we're trying to chase somebody down who's already left or already been like, I'm not doing this, or I'm getting cold feet and I'm out of here.
And
Yeah,
so,
and it's
or
they've
groom, bride or groom.
Yeah, exactly.
And what you get with weddings is that mix of family and friends.
Yeah.
Who some are strangers, some are already closely connected.
I like that we're I don't even fucking know, traveling to Atlantic City to find this person who's tried to lose themselves.
Exactly, they left on their bachelorette trip, but they
never came back.
Yeah, they never came back, and so we're going to the last place they've been seen to try and track them down. Or bachelor party and the guy took off. Either one, it's we're trying to track down the person who disappeared.
I love it. I love
Now,
it.
are
That's
we?
really cool.
I guess that's a question too. So let's say we're chasing the bride to be. Is one of us the groom?
I guess it depends on how personal you want to get into that section of her. If you just want to be like that
Right.
groom or
'Cause
bride
that-
is left behind, and we're kind of like we're trying to do what we can to help.
That makes that one person, very, very important, I guess, in some ways, which we kind of want to disperse. I feel like we
Right.
want to disperse that.
Get it away from like the solitary figure who like is the head of this trip.
So maybe we have a letter from that person, or we have a message
Right.
from them that we're delivering, or something like that.
And something we'll have to make. We don't maybe we have to hash it out now. But why wouldn't this person
Exactly.
be the one?
Well, maybe they don't know. Maybe we get a call. We get a call from somebody on the trip that goes,
that's really good.
Sally disappeared. We don't know where she is. Like she got,
And
That's
that
she got
exactly
really
it.
drunk on martinis and started talking about how this was the biggest mistake of her life.
And
We got up the
disappeared.
next morning and she's gone.
She's gone.
And
We
we're
know,
like
we're trying
the
to track down what
commando
happened
squad.
to her.
Yeah.
Like we've been sent in to try and help because it's basically all the people on the
Yeah.
party are kind of like, we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And we can't let them know that this person disappeared.
And that also kind of puts a deadline on things too,
Right.
Because
Yeah.
we could say like we have X
The wedding's
days
in a week and we
until-
got to get her back.
Right.
Yeah.
Or however long you want to.
Okay, so the scenario is we're a mix of friends and family. We are traveling to a destination, like a travel destination, to find the missing member of this
wedding party.
Wedding party, yeah.
The bride has disappeared from somewhere. We don't know where the bride is.
Right.
I think we have a general understanding of what we're doing. Yeah?
Yeah.
You feel good?
Cool. Yeah. So roughly, we know that
We are friends
we're
and family.
like friends and family.
of the
We
bride.
may or may not know one another very
Exactly.
well. Maybe the matriarch of the family has said like, "You four go."
Yeah.
Like she's the
something.
somebody's
One of us
just
could
like-
be that matriarch. I mean,
Right.
other member of the couple is not on this trip. Says a lot. Something else is happening. Either they don't know, which I like that idea a lot, actually, because that makes a lot of
Yeah.
logical sense to me
Yeah.
that they wouldn't come because they didn't know. So this is like a stealth mission to try and
Right.
cobble this back together.
Right.
Talk
Or
some
like-
sense into this
talk to
girl.
sense. Yeah, it's
like
talk some
seal-
You
sense.
realize how much
SEAL
we spent on the
team.
catering?
Yeah,
and all?
exactly. Exactly. Okay, so we're all getting together to take this drive to Napa from Berkeley. We're obviously not taking a plane because that wouldn't make any sense. We're obviously not taking a boat because that wouldn't make any
Right.
sense. We are literally driving from the Bay Area where the wedding has, people have already started to gather, probably, right? The wedding's soon.
Right.
I'm going to be a private investigator named Chip Hanley, ex-cop, I don't know, ex sort of Vietnam vet, like private investigator. So,
Like retired cop kind of thing.
yeah,
possibly?
yeah, like older probably. I mean, maybe even like a family friend. I guess that makes sense. Like that, like, oh yeah, Chip's the guy.
Yeah.
Like retired.
We know him.
Retired officer.
Yeah, we need
like,
to get him
turned
on this.
PI.
He was going to be at the wedding anyways.
Nice.
Exactly.
So that sort of thing. So family friend. Chip's personalities are skeptical and knowledgeable. His futures are one more mission, and survival is unclear.
All right, so I'm going to play Phoebe Wilson, who is her sister. It's an older sister, is about a 10-year age difference. They've had very different lives, so she doesn't really know her sister that well. She doesn't like the groom, the future brother-in-law, very much, so she's secretly not that disappointed that her sister's run away, but at the same time, she's not sure if her sister's done what the reasons why her sister's done this. Her traits are she's independent, but strong family obligations, and she's a traveler. She's somebody who moves around a lot for her job.
Cool.
And for her future, she'd like to avoid the wedding. So it means that the wedding doesn't happen. That'd be fantastic. But she'd also like to understand her sister a little bit better because of this whole situation. She realizes she really doesn't know who her sister is.
My character, Peter Dadeed,
Peter Dadeed.
the youngest son of the Dadeed family, the Dadeeds.
The deeds.
An early sort of Silicon Valley style, like, like
Yes.
they're like the lower tier Gates kind of thing, but then
Yeah.
they also have old money tradition. My older brother, Jacob Dadeed, he's on the CEO track. Our grandmother is the matriarch. She's the one who, like, she doesn't 100% approve of all of this because the Wilsons aren't of station kind of thing and aren't money, but she would want to avoid any embarrassment. And unfortunately, Donna's name would be Donna Dadeed if
If and when they get married.
when they get married. His personality traits are he's honest to a fault. He's a strong guy, so he kind of has some like
Yeah.
like a little bit of maybe a little anger stuff going on, and he's unlucky in love. So that's his deal. And his future is make his brother proud and get out from under his family's shadow.
All right, and I am Charlie Matz. Hails from the same hometown as Donna Wilson and knows Phoebe Wilson a bit, but not that well. And he has stayed in that Midwest town. He's a bit shy and insecure, but he's loyal and insightful and knows Donna pretty well, but she has changed much since he's last seen her. And I guess his future is to finally let her go and move on and become more brave and courageous and get out there.
I got a little bit more off mine listening to you guys. I think I'm going to go with Chip Hanley being connected to the Dadeed family. He's probably done work for them in the past. I actually added another personality trait too, specifically about that, which is gets dirty. Like, I think Chip Hanley does dirty work for the Dadeed family on occasion.
He's a cleaner.
Yeah.
Whose car is it?
So it's my car. My car is a 1976 Cadillac Eldorado.
Nice.
It is a huge boat of a car.
Floats when it goes down the freeway, right?
It's big.
All right.
I mean, I think we're burning down the road, right? Are we like peeling out?
Montage wise, it's sort of like this track is like blasting. There's no dialogue or
Yeah.
anything, and it's like, you know, everyone's heard the news. Like the mom is like pointing to us.
Yes.
We're like
Exactly.
running into the parking lot of this like church
Yes.
or whatever, and
Yes.
getting in, piling into your car.
Yeah.
And we don't even introduced ourselves
No.
to each other yet.
No.
Like she
No.
just had pointed to us and said go. And so then cut to us like peeling onto, you know, the highway.
Okay. I'm driving. Who's in the passenger seat?
I'll be in the passenger seat.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'd be in the back with.
Yep.
So Phoebe and Charlie are in the back seat.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
And I've like buckled in, but you guys haven't yet, so you're kind of sliding around.
Yeah.
You gotta figure that out.
The tires are squealing, and I say, "Oh, damn! I got to get that air checked." And we're sort of fishtailing down the freeway, as it were.
What? I can't hear you.
So,
And I hand Phoebe a piece of paper that has the address for the place we're going to on it.
printed out from MapQuest.
Printed out from MapQuest. Exactly. I said, "Hang on to this.
Oh, you go old school. Are you sure you just don't want me to put this in my phone? You can just do turn
Phones
by turn directions?
can die."
Well, that's true, but I do have a backup battery in case.
All right. Well, probably wise. I'm driving. I say, "This is quite the crew. You're all ready to do this?"
Yeah, man, let's roll, Chip. Hey, Chip, this is, what's it? Chuck?
Charlie.
Oh, hey, man, this is Chuck Matz. He's like,
No.
yeah, man.
No.
So this is Chip. Hey, this is like Donna's sister.
I'm Phoebe.
Pleased to meet you. I wish we could have met under better circumstances, but this is a situation we have on our hands.
Wow, you take this stuff really seriously.
You haven't heard from your sister, have you?
No, I haven't, but I wouldn't be likely to.
Yeah, this song's on.
Yeah, it's just like going.
Yeah.
It's one of your cassettes.
And I say to Phoebe, I say, "You're damn right I'm serious about this. This is a situation. She could be dead. She could be kidnapped. Who knows what?"
She could be at a different winery just enjoying some wine. My sister, I'm sure, is perfectly fine.
Let's pray. Let's pray. Yeah, let's pray that's the case.
Yeah, man, we got to get her back. Why weren't you at the bachelorette party? Like, what's up?
I had to work. I couldn't fly until closer. I could only take so much time off work before I could actually, come in for the stuff. So I figure it's better to be here for the wedding than to actually be here for the bachelorette.
She was excited you were coming in. She kept saying like she was pretty pumped that her sister was coming in.
Well, probably because of all the duties that I have to do as maid of honor, but whatever. So, Charlie, how have you been? I haven't seen you in ages.
I've been good. I'm still back at home. Yeah, it's okay there. It's as it always is, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to figure some things out right now. It's trying to maybe make something of myself. I don't know what that is, but I hope to be somebody someday.
So you looking to maybe move to leave?
If that, I don't know, if I can, it has to be the right scenario.
Understandable. It's a hard town to leave unless you've got the right scenario.
Yeah.
Can the shit talk. We gotta get to Napa as quickly as possible. Chip lights a cigarette. And
Could you roll down more windows?
end scene.
All right. Oh, Bowie.
Bowie.
I think we're kind of rolling slow through wine country now, right? Like it's a little
yeah, we've sped up like 3 hours of road. We've traveled 3 hours or so. Now we're in wine country.
What time of day is it? Still daytime?
I think it's dark, man.
It's
The headlights are on.
Yeah, you don't realize how dark it is out here until you actually see this. It's too bad it isn't daylight. I've never been here. I would have loved to have seen what the vineyards look like.
It's all right. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's just like the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah, but it's still got to be beautiful.
I don't know. I mean, you see it like twice, and you've seen it like, I don't know, whatever.
Awful world weary for somebody so young.
You know, like we have vineyards. It's fine. Like, I don't know.
I think, what's the name of the vineyard they're staying at, Charlie?
I don't know. I mean,
I think it was like Wet Grapes or something.
Wet Grapes?
Or maybe that's a strip club that we went to for my brother's thing. But it was like, it's grape something.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. There's definitely grapes in there. Yeah.
Phoebe, where is this? What's it called again? It should be written on there.
Yeah, it's actually White Grapes is in the name. Sonoma White Grapes.
Sonoma White Grapes. All right, I think we're coming up on it.
Yep, it should be about a mile away.
And we sort of turn onto this white gravel road. It was all sort of underneath the tires as we're just sort of moving very slowly along this road. And as we do, we see like a big like billy goat that's in the middle of the road, just sort of hanging out there eating some grass or something like that. And I have to like stop in front of him basically and sort of lay on the horn.
And it just like looks up, looks at us, and then just kind of goes back down and starts eating more grass off the road.
I don't think he's moving.
You guys see me sort of point to you, Peter, and I say, "Hey, in the glove compartment."
Okay, so I crack open the glove compartment,
and there is a snub-nosed revolver in there.
All right.
What the hell do you think you're? No.
What?
Wait.
So I just grab it. I'm like, all right, and I start to like get out the door.
What?
Have you? Jeez Louise! I get out right after you. What do you think you're doing?
I'm just gonna cold cock him. I'm not gonna shoot him. And so like I've got the gun by the barrel, and I'm about to like knock this thing in the head.
What does the goat do, Brian?
Well, the goat gets ready, and it's almost getting ready in a charge position, knowing what's happening, and Phoebe and Peter are trying to get ready to cold cock it while Phoebe is trying to stop him.
Like I'm grabbing onto your arm, trying to pull you away from the goat. It's like, this is ridiculous. We could probably get him away. Like figure out something to tempt him off the road with.
All right, it charges while we're doing that, and you've got my arm because I'm about to go in, and as you pull, like you kind of pull me down and like we both kind of twist out of the way, and it charges and runs like head first into the side, into the like the driver's side headlight.
Yeah.
And smashes it.
God damn it!
And then it turns and goes, and then runs off into the vineyard.
Okay.
So
I say, I'm. Someone's gonna pay for this.
So I get up and I'm like, Chip, just eat it. It's fine. My mama will cover it. You'll be fine. So I dust myself off and I reach for you. I give you a hand up.
No, I'm good, thanks.
All right.
I'll help
And
myself up.
I tuck the snub nose into my belt and get back in
That's
the car.
not the smartest place to be putting a gun, especially if it's loaded.
It might have a safety or something. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I get back in the car and I shoot Charlie a look like, can you believe these idiots?
Why would you think that was a good idea?
Exactly.
It was in the way. We had to take care of the goat. Like, we have to get going.
Well, just hit it with your. He should have just hit it with the car.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, but you saw that's gonna mess up Chip's car.
But this car is more of a tank, I'd say.
Thanks, Charlie. I remember that. It is a tank.
All right.
Chip's tank.
I'm like, I wouldn't want to be hosing coat off of my tank.
I've seen worse. Hey, she's right though. Here, hand me that shooter.
All right, so I hand it over, but I hand it barrel first towards you. Like I have no sense of gun safety at all.
Like totally pushing it away from me.
And you
I thought you learned this in the Boy Scouts.
All right, so I put it back in the glove compartment. But hey, I think the lights are still on at the vineyard's main lodge. I think they're probably still up. They're down the road.
All right. I think, and he sort of busts out a pad and he says, Maria and Sebastian Seminole, owners. Let's go find them.
All right. So.
Well, we should also look to see. I mean, some of the girls are probably still there.
Yeah. So we pull up and there's
I like you, Phoebe.
There's a stretched SUV, white limo, but it's one of those stretched ones. It's kind of gross.
Yeah,
it's a Hummer.
It's a stretch Hummer.
Stretch Hummer.
It's a stretch Hummer, of course.
And it's got what is probably a vomit stain down the side of, down the side of where the sunroof is. Yeah. So it's they've been having a good time. But we pull in. There are a couple little convertibles and stuff. It looks like it was a raucous, girly affair.
Oh yeah, and this is a nice place too. It's getting a reservation here is difficult. This is probably more of a high-end sort of spa/vineyard. So you're getting massages, mud baths, etc. Along with the famous white grapes that this place is known for. And so, yeah.
So we're going to head in?
I guess we head in.
So I'm just going to, the car hasn't even stopped and I jump out and I'm
All
like,
right.
let's go. Let's find this girl.
Don't you think that we should have a plan first?
Well, yeah, we're going to talk to the owners of the wet grapes and we're going to see where my sister is. She's probably hiding in the vineyard or in the wine house or whatever they've got here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I have to go to the bathroom.
I think they have bathrooms in there.
Okay. So now then wait up for me.
So as we run in, or as we're getting out, a small cadre of women come out, and at the head is Donna's best friend here, who is also a family friend of the Dadeeds. But yeah, I don't know what her name is or what her deal is. Does anybody want to? Well, Her name's Chrissy.
Yes, it is.
And she is a bottle blonde.
Yes, and she's super like all about status and all about, like she only dates the right people and very kind of she's all about image.
Oh, so she runs up to me and is like starts crying at that point, which is probably like she's very good at starting crying.
Yes. Burst into tears on cue.
And she's like, like on my bicep, like, "Oh, Peter, we can't find Donna. What's going on?" Blah blah. And I'm not paying attention. Like, what happened? What's going on?
The wedding party, the bachelorette party, all starts talking at once. They start talking about how
we were like 3 bottles of champagne in. Oh my God, like we had just seen like the 3rd stripper and we looked around and she wasn't there anymore.
His name was Ice. He was great.
Yeah. There's still like tearaway pants on the floor in the back in the lobby.
Chip moves over to the Hummer, the stretch Hummer, to investigate it a bit more closely, leaving Peter and Phoebe to talk to the gals. What's Charlie doing?
Charlie just got out of the bathroom and, due to his own curiosity, started perusing around the winery to some sort, and picks up a bottle off of the shelf and leads to a cataclysmic domino effect where multitudes of bottles of wine just start falling on the floor. And he goes and runs and hides in the bathroom.
So we hear this phenomenal
Crash.
crash, and I just shake Chrissy off, and I'm like, "Phoebe, come on!" Like, she run over there,
Run it in
and
there,
there's just this flood of red all over the floor.
What the hell happened here?
What's going on? Chip, like,
Yeah, Chip he is a little overweight. He's probably in his late 50s, maybe even 60 years old. He's wearing like a battered sort of, I guess you could say like fisherman's hat. It's sort of like bluish, I guess. It almost looks like a hat you might wear in the rain, maybe, or something like that. But he definitely has like the sort of the tan faded trench coat on that he's sort of running in with it on, and it's sort of trailing behind him, sort of like a cape. And he's wearing like really beat up like brown slip-on like penny loafers and some tweed pants that are gray that just don't go with his outfit at all. And he sort of puffs in and sort of looks around and says, "That's not blood, that's wine."
"Oh, you're right." And I scoop some up, and you're right. It's a mixture of wines. Of course, there's like glass and like, broken bottles everywhere, like pouring out.
I swear you guys.
Who could have done this?
And I come out of the bathroom like I didn't do anything at all.
Charlie, be careful! Someone broke a bunch of bottles.
And lo and behold, I have some pleated dockers on, and up to my shins is covered in wine. It's like, who could have done this?
Who could have done it? Who was the culprit?
I don't know. It must have been one of these girls. Charlie,
you were in the bathroom trying to clean the wine off your pants, right? That's what happened, right?
So the owners have come out at this point too,
Yes.
and
Yes, Maria and Sebastian.
they're like livid. They've just lost a year's worth of vintage that they just like stocked.
Yeah, they are trying to play it off really cool. Like they're used to accommodating guests who expect a lot. They are used to having clientele here who are
Very high maintenance.
High maintenance is a good word for it. And so they have a pretty professional veneer on, but yeah, you can see it cracking at this point, and they're like, we're probably going to have to add this to the bill. They're checking out tomorrow. I'm not sure who you all are. Are you guests?
Peter Dadeed.
And they once the name is said, they're like, oh, and they very much sort of gravitate towards Peter as like the one Dadeed who is here. They know the Dadeed name, and they sort of start.
Not like fawning, but
Yeah, not fawning, but realizing that they should make a good impression on you, because if they don't,
right.
it could
and
turn
Well, I
out
also
badly
kind of
for
feel
them.
it's probably the Dadeeds that set this whole thing up.
Exactly.
Not,
Right.
Exactly.
My family would
Yeah,
have been like,
exactly.
what? I've never been to a place like this.
I'm reading the situation now a little bit, and I'm not very pleased with it. So it's sort of like this weird cycle where they see that I'm displeased for some reason, like I'm not happy about the fact that I'm getting preferential treatment, and so they're seeing how unhappy I am and becoming more fawning, and in turn I'm getting a little like darker.
Yeah.
And I just kind of fume for a bit and storm out and leave you guys to your own devices for a little bit. I think there's one of the like bridal people there, one of the people in the bridal's party who's a little more mousy and quiet. Like we didn't see her up with the gaggle, comes over to Chuck and is just like, hey, are you okay? She's just like, she's got long hair.
You know her from the old days. She's an old friend of Donna's as well. So you guys have that old connection. You guys, maybe she isn't as long of friends with Donna as you are, but you know her from your hometown. She's from there. She's like the one person who's here besides Phoebe, who is supposed to be here, who's from where Donna is from originally.
Yeah. And this is the only person that, aside from Phoebe and Donna and her family, that I know. And I start, kicking the floor a bit and looking down at the floor when she comes by.
So she puts a hand on your arm and is like, Chuck, it's been so long. Are you still in town? Like I haven't seen you around town.
I've stayed at home, just trying to save money and work on some things. I don't know what's coming up next, but I'm trying to work hard and I'm trying to figure out my life right now. But this is quite an adventure. I've never been to the West Coast before. How about you?
This is me too. This is the first time I've ever been out this way. It's kind of overwhelming. Like Donna's really nice. It's Donna, but her friends are kind of over the top. Like I can't keep up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's and then.
What?
Charlie just slips on more of the wine and
like falls it into splash.
Falls
Oh god!
into it and becomes even more entrenched.
And you splash this girl.
Yeah.
Who's
in this nice
Cynthia.
dress?
Yeah.
I splashed Cynthia, and I'm laying down on the ground.
And she actually like kind of like she's obviously feels bad for you but is kind of like tittering a little like, oh no, oh Chuck, oh.
And so reaches for her hand, asking her to help him up, and she teeter-totters and falls into it as well.
Splashes. But it goes rougher for her. She lands on some glass.
Ooh.
And now she's got like nothing too bad, but like a laceration on her arm.
Okay.
And so you feel pretty rough about that, I imagine.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay? I'm sure that they have a first aid kit around here.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll be fine. Charlie, it's fine. It's all right. Just let me be. And so she kind of gets up on her own and like stumbles off.
Chip is speaking with Chrissy, sort of friend who came out originally to speak with us, who's still sort of in tears. He's tried to bring Phoebe over as well to act sort of as sort of a balancing, sort of logical sort of counterweight. And he's sort of saying, now, Mrs. Van Flouten, when did you last see Donna?
He wants to be Van Flouten.
Now, Phoebe does not like Chrissy at all. They
All
do
right.
not get along. Chrissy doesn't
So-
like her.
Okay.
So the fact that you brought her over has kind of made a little... Because Chrissy's definitely kind of like, I don't want to speak to her.
All right. Should we? And she's gonna be straight Valley too. Like.
Oh, there you go.
All right. So, listen. Like Donna and us were like doing our thing, and what was the question?
When was the last time you saw her, Miss Van Flouten?
It was like today, like just before I called, like Grandma Dadeed.
This morning you saw her at breakfast?
Oh no, no. Actually, it probably wasn't today. Like, because we went and did like mimosas. But like, I was kind of hungover, so I did mimosas later. But like, some of the girls said that they didn't see her at like mimosas. But so like, no. But like, we did see her after last night's stripper. But like, not the third stripper. So, but yeah. So no, we have. Yeah, I mean, we saw her, but not today.
We need to see her room.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like you can see her room.
Chrissy, do you know what time it was? The second stripper? Do you guys have any idea what time it was?
Hold on, let me check my Snapchat. And so she like,
And you don't like technology.
so she like
Snapchat?
flips through.
What's that?
And is like, So
It's
it
best
was.
you don't know.
It was like 2:30 a.m.
So that was the last
Ish.
time you saw her. Was around
Yeah,
2:30.
it was like 2:30.
And she hasn't responded back to any texts or anything that you guys have
she
sent.
didn't even open my Snap. So obviously, like, her phone's dead or something. Like, well, I mean, she saw
And I
it.
sort of elbow you, huh? Phone died. I elbow Phoebe, huh?
But
Yeah,
like,
or she turned it off.
I mean, she missed out. Like, she didn't even open my chat of Ice. Like, he was the third stripper, the best stripper. He had so much peen, like, forget about it. It was like amazing. It just kept going. It was amazing.
Can we just stick to pertinent details as far as the disappearance of...
Oh, this was a
isn't this
big-
where you're
this
supposed
is
to
a-
weigh in and say stick to pertinent details?
This is a big detail. I'll tell you right now,
Oh, dear
girl.
Lord. All right, let's just go look at a room, please.
All right, Lady Van Houten, Miss Van Houten. Is anyone missing their car?
Like, I don't know. Like, the limo's here. That's how I got here.
Did most of you come in the limo from California, from the Bay Area? You all rode in on the limo?
Yeah, like, everybody did, but that, like, what's her name, girl? Like, quiet girl. She, like,
Cynthia?
yeah, she couldn't, like, couldn't afford to pay her portion and wasn't, like, comfortable riding. But, like, Donna said she would get her. But I don't, like, why not just do it? Like, Donna said she would pay for her.
Oh, we should go check with Cynthia and see if she still has her car.
Miss Van Flouten, I'm so sorry for all this that's been happening to you. You're doing great. Keep doing a good job.
Well, duh. Like, I'm doing awesome. I'm keeping this party together. She's been gone for, like, a day.
Scene.
So much peen.
So we're in the room. All four of us
Okay.
are now in the suite, I guess, as it were. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And who should be there but Cynthia?
Cynthia.
patching up her arm?
Patching up her arm. She was sharing a room with Donna.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So I like barrel in and I'm like looking in the bathroom and then like looking in the closet, and then looking in the bathroom again, and then opening up a suitcase, like just back and forth.
Do you want to give the junior detective some pointers because he doesn't seem to know what he's doing?
I sort of I've put in like a cigarette in my mouth, even though I haven't lit it yet. I'm just sort of like chewing on it right now as I sort of look around, and I say, every little bit helps. And then I move over to like the phone. Looks like I'm moving over to the phone. That's where I go.
Right. I noticed Cynthia, who I haven't seen yet. I was out when they were meeting. Cynthia, oh my gosh, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in forever.
I'm all right. It's Phoebe. This is so bad. I don't know where she is, and none of them seem to care about this. I'm so worried about her.
What did she say anything to you? Like,
I mean, we
before
didn't.
all this?
She just said that we'd talked later. I didn't really, she her life is so different now. She's still the same person, but she just has a lot on her mind. And she said there was something she wanted to tell me, but she wanted to wait until later. But so I don't know. I don't know where she is. But she's not here. I looked everywhere. I've been calling her. I just...
Has stuff gone straight to voicemail, like her phone's off, or does it seem like she's getting messages?
I think it goes straight to voicemail, but it could be that she's just ignoring everything. I don't know. Everything that I text her hasn't been seen, so I know she's not looking at my messages. And I did go online and try and like track down her phone using GPS, but I couldn't find it.
So Peter is just like, he's done this ping pong between suitcase and like he's just kind of 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 suitcase closet bathroom suitcase closet bathroom and like charges out of the bathroom for the 16th time and just grabs the suitcase and throws it through the window of the hotel room.
What the hell are you doing?
Whoa!
Sorry,
Peter, calm down.
And he uses a strong guy type thing there. I don't get it, dude. Like, why? Like, where is she? And like nothing. Like it doesn't. Nobody. Like it doesn't look like nothing's wrong. Like, why isn't she here?
Cynthia,
doesn't make any sense.
do you? I heard that you drove up here yourself. Is your car around? Or
My car?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just a small rental that I got. I got a little Dodge Neon, and I don't know. I haven't really checked on it.
Chuck, let's go.
Parked it in the
and
back.
I grab Chuck,
But
and we're like charge out. Like I'm half carrying you.
But I'm changing my shirt. It's all wet. And I'm just in a wife beater and stained khaki pants.
Yeah.
And
you're
I'm
like trying to keep your belt on.
Yep, I'm thin as a rail, and I'm just like.
So I'm like, like half carrying you out to the parking lot as we go, as you guys continue your scene.
But Cynthia, I'll see you later.
She yells, it's brick red.
yeah, I was gonna say they didn't even know what the color was. Cynthia, do you have your keys on you?
And she says they're in my purse. It's in the bathroom.
Okay, do you want to go take a look and see if your keys are there? Why they check to see if
Yeah,
you can find the car?
let's go together. And the two of you go into the bathroom, and you can just see the residue of like people have been doing coke, basically. Like there's like mirrors, like flat mirrors, like hand mirrors that are around that obviously have residue all over them. You can find like baggies or vials of cocaine that are still in the bathroom.
Some like crushed pills and stuff. Yeah,
definitely. And Cynthia's purse is definitely in there, like hanging off a towel rack. And she sort of opens it up and says, well, my keys are here, but I don't see where the car keys are. Maybe I left them somewhere else. And
then cut to the parking lot, and it's me and Chuck like stumble out. Charlie, but I call him Chuck because I'm an asshole. Stumble out, and I look around in the lot, and I drop him. And I'm like, what color did she say her car was? What kind of car was it that she said was?
I think she said brown brick red.
All right.
Is that like maroon or bright red?
I don't know, dude. Then we just like look around at the parking lot. There is no car of that, like of any. There's like a giant Audi or whatever, and a few like a Bentley or two, some convertibles, and some cute little like pink cars and stuff. But
No brick red Dodge
Neon. And I just kick the gravel.
And then I say to you, hey, one, don't call me Chuck.
Sure thing, Mats, man.
That either. And two, what if she left on purpose and doesn't wanna
Dude, you're crazy.
Get married to your brother.
That's nuts. Of course she wants to get married to my brother. Come on, let's go get the guys. We gotta like, I don't know, satellite tracker or something. Chip probably has like a program.
I don't know. He
can run her plates.
He's pretty old school.
Yeah, but that's all right. He gets around.
Yeah.
See? All right.
Indeed. We have checked the suite for clues, and we haven't found much. We checked the phone records for the room phone to see if they called out to anybody. And as you guys come back and say that the car isn't there, Cynthia confirms that her keys are in fact gone.
Yeah.
And so Chip says, "Well, let's find the car."
Yeah. So
Security tapes, and I'll activate my knowledgeable trait as we rush to Maria and Sebastian to make them show us the security footage.
So as everyone's rushing out, though, Cynthia grabs you.
Well, the party's still going on.
Right.
I mean, Chrissy and the other girls are also partying.
Yeah.
There are more
There's,
strippers
like,
that are going to
you
show
can
up
hear stuff going on.
tonight.
Yeah.
Like, it's still
As far
happening.
as they're concerned, they're going to keep the party going.
Exactly.
Cynthia
Donald Trump
grabs you
eventually.
aside and like, she's like, her arm's now bandaged. Her pupils are gone. She's just like all pupil, like just super dilated, like Charlie.
And
Where are you going?
Peter wasn't listening to me, and I think that. Well, you. Can I say
you?
And
And she's like really forceful. And then like you hear.
Oh, God.
And
Charlie.
she pulls back just in time to vomit
All
on your
over
face.
wife, Peter.
I mean, I'm my wife, Peter. So, which
your
in
A-frame t-shirt. Your
which
A-frame
in turn,
t-shirt.
what? Then I puke on myself and on her shoes. Another puke everywhere. And then he believes it's his fault, so he just like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. And then
Cynthia's like, she's shaking, like she's shaken. She's like not really there, kind of thing. She's like, let's take a shower, and stumbles off to the bathroom.
and
And you hear her snort, another snort from the bathroom. And like girls like run past, giggling, chasing like a guy in a half of a cop uniform.
The owners, Maria and Sebastian, like have their own cabin that's like off.
So they don't have to be on the property when the shenanigans happen.
We saw them walking away putting earmuffs on. So security office?
Security
Like
office.
same time that
Same
he's
time.
getting it on?
Same time. We have... we're reviewing the tapes. We can see that we're trying to find Donna on the tapes. They've strategically not placed any cameras within their suites or in their sort of party rooms, as the case may be. They only have cameras on the entrances and exits to the place. And so we do see her sneaking out, like really early in the morning, like maybe a 4:30 a.m. sort of like sneak out. And we do see her get into the Dodge Neon and then drive away.
And she's
Someone
on the phone.
else is in the car with her, and she's on the phone.
Yeah.
No, I like that. She's on the phone. Let's do
Yeah.
that. That's
All right,
better.
cool. So she's on.
That's
So
better.
she's solo, but she's on the
She's
phone.
solo on the phone. Yeah, I like
And
that.
she's like obviously like
Anything
looking
else?
over her shoulder.
She got anything else going on?
She's wearing like jeans and like a blouse and kind of dressed down a
Yeah.
little bit, like
Yeah.
not wearing like the dress and heels and perm and stuff that Chrissy and them were wearing, or
Yeah.
even Cynthia. Like she's not all dolled up.
Yep.
So
And she drives away really fast.
as we're kind of looking at that piece of the tape again, that's when you come in.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You reek worse than the VC.
Well, it's not my fault. Did you find anything? Yeah.
Here, kid. And he takes off his trench coat and puts it around Charlie's shoulders. He's here you go.
I don't want to get messy.
It's seen worse.
All right, dude, here. And I grab some clothes off the floor, like Velcro clothes, and hand them to you as well.
What?
It's like
There's like some of the
it's like a
stuff left over from the
breakaway, like
strippers.
yeah, it's like a
So
breakaway.
there's like
like-
some vest and
yeah,
a pair
breakaway
of
cowboy's
pants.
vest.
It's
Yeah.
like a cowboy's vest and some fireman pants.
Yes. So and then I
It's
so
a
I throw
spell.
I
Something
throw
to change into.
I throw those on while still having this trench coat over
Yeah,
me.
you got the trench coat.
Obviously, everything's oversized for me.
You feel the weight of the revolver in one of the pockets of the trench coat.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Scene.
All right. I think we'll hear what the next track does a little bit, and then kind of see.
Let's see.
You guys liking where we're going?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So like the gravel that we kick up as we peel away from like the sign of white grapes, like we scatter it with gravel as we peel out of the spot. There's a pause though, because we could go left or right. So there's a question mark. Like, so I'm looking out the passenger side, but we could go your way, Chip.
Chip gets out of the car and says, "I think I can track her." And moves to the front of the car, like the high beams are up, like it's still like
From
the
the
dead
one-
of
from the
night.
one
Yeah, for the
headlight.
one
Yeah.
high beam. He's like looking around in the gravel. He seems like get down on
Like
one
he's
knee.
trying to find
exactly
like
like
the
the
path,
tread
the
or
tread
something
or
like that.
something.
The Dodge tread. He knows those tires so well. He knows them. And he gets up and he sort of puts both of his fingers like at his eyes and then puts them back towards Peter and says sort of makes like a gesture with like a sign language or a silent gesture with his hand saying, "Let's go right."
Okay, so I slide into the driver's
Yeah,
seat
yeah, yeah.
and like put her into drive
Yeah.
and start to peel. And you're still in front of the car.
Yeah.
Slow down there, Chief. You're gonna kill him.
So what, you dive off to the side?
Yeah, no, I dive onto the hood.
Oh, awesome.
Ah!
and I realize like, oh no, and stop, and so you
Yeah, I slide
fall
off.
and roll.
Oh, my ankle!
And I lean out and it's like, come on, man, we gotta go.
All right, I'm coming. I've had worse than this. And he sort of gets up. You can obviously see he's like limping. His left ankle is probably pretty badly twisted at this point. And he sort of hefts his bulk into the passenger seat and just sort of collapses there for a second. And sort of takes off his hat and like wipes his like sweaty face with it. And you can see definitely that he's still got like the crew cut, like if he was in the Marines or something like that.
All right. So as you're shutting the door, like I just gun it, just gas it, and we're peeling off like 20 miles faster than we should be on these sort of windy dirt roads.
Definitely.
And the goat, like we whip past it, and it just like kind of goes.
All right, let's review. She left early this morning in a Dodge Neon, brick red. She had her phone, jeans, blouse, and she's heading towards the coast. This way we're going now. Anything she may have mentioned to you guys about the coast?
Yeah. I know that she likes the smell of the sea. And if she needed somewhere to think, she could be there.
There is like a outdoor festival that we're like driving by, sort of like there's a bunch of lights and music that's just in the middle of nowhere here. It looks like a bunch of local people have just sort of strung up lights, and they're having some sort
It's
of
like a harvest fest.
yeah,
kind of
harvest
thing.
festival type thing. And so there's just basically that's sort of where our road ends, and there's another road on the other side of this like sort of area where people have gathered. There's some trees here and maybe like a open shack or something like that. It's almost like a campground or like a park or something like that. We're just driving down gravel dirt roads and we have no idea where we're going really. We might have our GPS out, but it's not helping out too much. And
so
yeah,
I'm gonna
sort of run into.
So we kind of like peel almost into the middle of a dancing like circle of people and stop and be like, we're gonna ask them some questions. And that's when I get out the car.
Awesome. Yeah, you get out.
Is anybody? Are you guys coming?
Wait.
I gotta see if I can fix this ankle. You three, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can't do anything. So, wait.
Chip reaches over to Phoebe and sort of puts a hand on her shoulder and says, maybe she came this way. Maybe someone saw her.
All right, we'll go ask.
I know she came this way, but maybe someone saw her.
Maybe someone saw her. By the way, do you want something to tie up that ankle? I've got a t-shirt in this duffel bag.
All right, yeah, that'll do it. And he starts tying up his ankle as the three of you sort of...
She's kind of torn between, this is an idiot, and the poor guy's in pain, so he should try and do something that
He lights a
alleviate.
cigarette.
So I get out and there's like, you know, some indie music playing.
Yeah.
Some like Lumineers style, like
Sure,
it's like a
okay.
band that's got that kind of like
Cool,
roots
yeah,
folk
okay.
pop thing.
Yeah.
And there's an artsy like girl who's on her wolf or something, who I'm about to like, you know, grab some guy and ask a question, but I see her across the way. I'm like, well, hello, and it's like slow walk over. That's what I'm doing.
As the three of you sort of get to this gal, or rather you're in this group of people now, everyone's sort of like looking at you, not really sure if you're supposed to be here, so you're definitely getting like the up down, like people are checking you out, like, are you supposed to be here? Oddly, Charlie is getting a lot of positive attention, like people think he's supposed to be here and they're like, oh, who's this guy? He seems interesting.
He's more eclectic dressed.
More eclectic.
Like fireman pants
They're
cowboy vest.
pretty sure that Peter is like probably like a trust fund douchebag.
Yeah.
Right, in his
it's
like
pretty
Yeah, and these are
clear.
guys that are
khaki
all like,
shorts,
Yeah.
brown belt,
Yeah.
polo. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, but he's rolling over to this girl,
Yeah.
like, who like patchouli wafts off
Yeah.
of her, and he's like, "Oh, how do?"
And for Phoebe, how does Phoebe feel in this situation?
She's trying to see if there's somebody who seems a little bit more in charge, like if there's people around who, because she wants to approach and start asking people, but she doesn't want to go up to somebody necessarily.
What does she see? Who does she find?
She notices an older couple that's
older
over
couple.
kind of the side, and they seem to be over where the music's playing.
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like they might be running the soundboard or
Soundboard.
something like that. Yeah. So she kind of
Cool.
wanders that way because she feels like they probably have something to do with the setup of this harvest festival.
The gal sort of has a sort of a devilish look in her eye as Peter sort of saunters up and sort of arches an eyebrow and says, "Are you holding, man?"
I can get you something.
And
Lovely
she says, "I don't."
lady.
She says, "I don't think you have anything that I want."
Oh, we'll figure something out.
She starts like dancing with him, like trying, like doing this crazy, like sort of flowy, sort of like child of nature dance.
And he like bobs his head like, oh, a little offbeat, and starts to cabbage patch.
Cabbage patch. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So he's in the zone. Are you gonna a dude comes up, like high waisters, and he's an older guy, and says, "Hey, are you guys by any chance looking for?" And he's talking to you, like, "Are you guys by any chance looking for Phoebe to?" Like, he comes to you, he's like, Why are you guys here? What's going on?"
Hey, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to burst into your guys' festival. We're looking for my sister. She was staying at the Cinema Grapes up the street. And she left really early this morning and took off, and we're just trying to find her. So I was just wondering if you saw like a brick red neon car come through here at one point in time, a Dodge Neon. It was brick red or...
It was last night. Like
it was like really early than this morning, but you guys were probably doing setup or something the night before. Nobody might be here at that time, but
I mean, well, this
we're
is
not
like
even sure if
this
she,
is
like...
day 3 for us. But yeah, we were. What color car again?
It was like a brick red Dodge Neon. From what we could tell, she would have had to come down this way, so we feel like she probably would have come through here.
Yeah, there was like a woman in a red car who drove through.
Did you know she stopped to hang out, or did she just keep going down the road?
She kept rolling, but I don't know. Well, she was with somebody. I don't know what the deal was.
Was it a guy, a girl?
I don't know. I just saw. So I saw her driving. I didn't really get a good look at the passenger.
But you know that there was somebody in the road. And now heading down this road, if I remember correctly, my sister had mentioned something before about there being some sort of lighthouse down on this side of the coast. I didn't know if we head down this direction, is that what we would be heading towards, or what would we be heading towards if we keep going down this road?
Well, I mean, more vineyards, of course. Yeah, there's like, if you go out to the tip, there's a lighthouse, but like before that, there's like a quay and like a pier, like a small little inlet, but that's kind of it.
So pretty quiet out there. It'd be easy to spot somebody if they were out in that direction.
Yeah, I mean, it's hilly, so you kind of have to come up on them a little bit. You may not see them until you're up over one of the rises.
But there's not really any towns between here and that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like kind of more and more vineyards and more of the same.
Stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, thanks. She just kind of came through and then just kept going.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are welcome to keep hanging out with us, but yeah.
You probably want us to move that giant car of ours.
Yeah, it would be great if you guys could like park it in sort of a designated area. We have kind of roped off a little area where people have put their bikes and cars and stuff.
Cool. Well, I'll gather up my party. We'll probably be moving on, but I'll get them all out of your way. Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah.
People are handing Charlie drinks.
Yes.
They're asking where he's from.
And
Trying to talk to him.
Charlie's a little nervous, but I mean, given what's happened tonight, he takes this drink. It's definitely laced with something, but he doesn't know that. And so then Charlie is hit with it pretty hard, and he asks, "What's in this?" And he's shocked that he's no longer stuttering as he's used to. And so he has a bit more, and has a bit more, and has a bit more. And then it all hits him like a wave, as if he were swimming.
And the last thing the guy says to him is, "Yeah, man, GBH." GBH.
What's GBH?
Oh, cut
Scene there.
a scene there and pick it up. We're all in the car again.
Right. And we're
driving.
rolling through this hilly country, and you're
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah. And I don't even have my seatbelt on, so I'm moving, swishing back and forth
Yeah.
on the seats.
Chip-
Man, this car is like a boat.
Chip, he says to Phoebe, or says to everybody, he says, "Something about this doesn't smell right. Something doesn't make sense."
You're telling me, like, that hippie girl should have been all over me. I don't get this.
I think we're supposed to be dealing with the case at hand. I mean,
that just happened.
potential
You guys were
sister-in-law?
there. And I'll tap my unlucky in love thing. But, I mean, obviously, there was something going on there. And
She didn't really seem like your type.
types. I'm everybody's type.
You're everybody's type.
No, there's one
Okay,
soulmate
Chief.
for everyone. You'll find yours, Peter. I know you will.
All right. Thanks, Chip. Yeah.
I am curious to who she was with, though. I mean, that person back there said that Donna had somebody in the car with them, but they weren't sure male, female.
I mean,
or
but
whatever.
who knows what those people are on, too. So, like, they could be totally confused.
Well, whatever they're on, whatever this is, whatever's good. Yeah, this is good.
Damn it, Charlie. Are you drunk?
I don't know what I really never really drink that much, so this is good. I think. Is this drunk? Because I feel
Man, we need you in your best frame
Like-
of mind. We need to find this girl.
I feel I could take on the
What if
whole
she's face down
world.
in the muck?
I'm not sure what he was drinking. I just know he was downing it like crazy when I went and grabbed him to bring him into the car.
Well, you should have had some.
You need to calm down. And
No,
Chip
you need to calm down.
hands Charlie a cigarette and says, "Whoa."
Oh, this is. What is this? This is a cigarette. A cigarette.
Yeah, buddy. You've
I
got the
think
shell
he
shock.
had
I've seen
more
this
than
before.
alcohol.
What
You need
is?
to calm down.
What does cigarettes do?
We're gonna find her, Charlie. We're gonna find her.
This is like a snorkel.
Snorkel.
Well, if you're swimming like me, everything's great.
So we were saying it was GHB, so it's like Molly. Yeah. All right.
All right, so we're heading down the road.
I guess so.
Towards, because they'd mentioned it was the person I talked to mentioned that like if we head down here, there's like a quarry,
Peter's still driving.
Yeah.
and an inlet.
Chip's in the passenger seat. And yeah, he sort of looks back at an inlet, huh? A quarry?
Yeah, there's supposed to be a quarry with there's like a pier at the end, and there's also supposed to be. I remember my sister talking a bit about this really beautiful old lighthouse that was down in that area.
Lighthouse.
So I'm wondering if maybe that's where she's headed. But the pier sounds like a good spot too.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, obviously, this area seems to be mostly, vineyards and things. We got to kind of keep our eyes out on the sides. Is it getting kind of lighter now?
There's a big...
It's still pretty dark. It might be actually getting kind of foggy as we get
Foggy,
closer to
okay.
the water.
Foggy. There's a big lighthouse at Point Reyes. I think that might be a place to check.
As we're kind of barreling through these dirt roads, out of the fog, your one headlight sees there's a dude on the road side, like kind of walking along the side of the road,
Yeah.
and he puts a thumb out.
Sweet. Yeah. I say pull over, Peter.
All right, so I pull over, like right into like a small, like we just drive right off the road, like into the vines or whatever.
Hey, oh.
And okay, I pulled over. What's up, Chip?
Maybe this guy knows something.
So this guy, he approaches the car, and it's like a middle-aged guy. He's He looks like kind of normal, maybe a little like,
Roll down the window and I say, "Hey, partner, you from around these parts?"
and he says, "Yeah, you know, I'm in for the season, just getting some work in. I was gonna head out, you know, a little further out to the coast and maybe like sail for a little bit."
Great. Where are you heading?
Right now, just like this way, the way I'm walking. Where are you guys off to?
We're looking for a quay and a lighthouse that's supposed to be near here.
Oh,
You know
weird.
that?
That's weird. Yeah. I just heard about that.
What'd you hear?
Oh, like there's a girl, like I guess like the turnoff for that's like a couple miles back, but she was saying like she was going that way, but like I'm going this other way here. So,
Was
Chip,
she
go ahead.
was she in a brick red Dodge Neon by chance?
yeah. She gave me a ride. I was I just passed. It was kind of good luck for me. I just come out of where I was working and like walking for a bit, like an hour or so, and she just pulled out. It's pretty late of wet grapes. It's like a vineyard down there, like wet grapes. Yeah.
Her name wasn't Donna by chance, was it?
I didn't catch her name, man.
But she said she was heading down towards that lighthouse.
Something. She turned off towards it. So, and I was gonna keep on going to like, because there's like some boats and stuff down this way.
She's
guys-
there. She's
I mean, you guys
there.
are going. You guys are going there, right?
Yeah. Did she talk to you about anything while she gave you a ride?
No. I mean, she was like, she got off her phone when she picked me up or whatever. She seemed pretty upset.
Do you know did she mention anything of who she's on the phone, or did you hear anything of the conversation she got
No,
on?
she wasn't much for talk. She was just like, "Hey, she said, 'Hey, I'll give you a ride.'" And I was like, "Cool." And I told her like I wanted to go, like I'm in town to do some like seasonal picking, and like I wanted, to like get some sailing in, and I know there's like a little like sailing village down this way, so I was like walking there, and I was telling her all this, and then like she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna turn off here because I'm going this way," and I'm like, "What's that way?" And she's like a lighthouse and stuff, and I was like, "All right, well, cool, because I'm gonna walk from here," So yeah, she didn't say much.
It sounds like we should head in that direction still.
Chip's eyes narrow as he sort of rolling his cigarette back and forth in his mouth and sort of blowing out some cigarette smoke. And then he looks up at the guy and says, "There's something you're not telling us." And I'm going to activate my skeptical trait. As he says, as he sort of takes on more of a menacing sort of a demeanor, and he says, I don't know what he says, guys.
What Chip says
I'm
for
at
his
a real
like
loss. I'm at a real loss
he
right now.
he grits his teeth and is like, you punk kid,
Fucking sideburns.
fucking doing?
Fucking hippie.
And the kid's leaned
Don't you
in,
know who that
grabs-
girl was? Don't you know
grabs
who she
his
was?
face. Like he's just smashing his
Yeah.
face against the kid's face.
Yeah.
And the kid like pulls himself out and falls back. He's like, "Man, you guys are fucked." And you start to get out of the car.
Yeah.
Because he's like
Yeah.
down in the dirt or
Yeah.
whatever. And he's like, fine, I stole her wallet and her phone and some other stuff. And he is like,
Chip starts kicking this guy. He's like kicking.
he's like
"Give me that!"
he's pulling stuff out of his bag that he had like ripped off from her while he was passenging in the car.
"You damn weasel! I knew it! And Chip starts to get really violent. I'm activating my gets dirty trait as he just starts like beating on this kid.
All right, Phoebe like tries to pull Chip off this guy because even though she's pissed at the situation too, she feels like he's taking it a little too far.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's getting very,
So that's-
very.
Like,
That's
calm
when
down,
my-
Chip.
he's
Calm
getting
down,
violent.
okay? You
That's
don't
when
want to get thrown in
Peter,
jail
like-
just beating up this guy.
Peter jumps out of the car and is like, I'm gonna use up my strong guy trait all the way, and like lifts you off of this
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
and is like holding you back in like a half Nelson or
Yeah,
whatever.
totally.
All right, so dude, truth, what happened? Like you just like pickpocketed this stuff off of her, or what happened?
I was like, like whatever, like these rich girls and stuff, they do their thing. Like she can buy herself another phone. Like whatever. Like I'm like, sure, I feel whatever. Like she'll buy herself a new phone. It's totally fine.
But she was okay when you left her.
I don't know, whatever. She might have been crying. I don't know.
Where did you leave her? Did she actually take off where you said she left?
Yeah, she ditched me, and I grabbed what I could when she was looking.
Guys, what do you want to do?
Let's go to the lighthouse.
I can't feel like we leave this guy alone because, heaven forfend, something actually did happen to her.
Charlie gets out of the car and is like weaving and pulls his hands out of the trench coat, and he's got the gun in one hand.
Yes. That's like,
he's
hey,
Charlie.
Let's
do you want to
go? What?
You want to put that gun down?
This gun?
Yeah, let's put the gun down on
This
the ground.
one?
Yeah,
He fires off a shot.
And the guy runs, like starts running and is like crying. Charlie points and is like, that guy's running away, and shoots again, and like a burst of it blows up right by the guy's leg, like a little like ricochet off the dirt near where the guy is running, and he dodges into the vines and is gone. You just hear like screaming, "You guys are crazy!"
At this point, I'm like, whoa, Charlie, you gotta put that down, man. Son, you gotta put that down, son.
And I just drop you and tackle him.
I land on my ankle. I'm like,
And you've dropped the gun and are like smacking me on the head or whatever.
It's just my harpoon knife. Did you see that shark? That shark was about to get you, and I got him back.
Phoebe surveys this scene of you two wrestling and you lying on the ground.
I'm trying to claw myself up on the car, trying to right myself again.
All right, she goes over and takes the gun.
Yes.
She doesn't want Charlie to get it again.
Yeah, the gun has been knocked out of Charlie's hands.
And I say, yes, I'm a true sailor. That's right. Now let's go to that lighthouse. I bet you there's some food there. I'm hungry. Let's get some food.
Hey, check the left pocket. I always have some peanuts in there for when I'm on a stakeout. You need to calm down, Charlie.
Peanuts?
I like your
have some
enthusiasm.
peanuts in my pants.
So scene, we've like
turned around
and now we're like, we come up on this side road that kind of cuts off, and it's even narrower. Like the car is scraping.
Yeah. Like a canyon, like vines. Like we're going down, like we're like towards sea level, basically. Like we're sort of descending in some ways. And so there are some sort of like, like canyons, I guess, that we're sort of going through, or a canyon, sort of, that is vine encrusted. Anything else?
I think this is going to be like a long, slow ride because of that. So
yeah, we're taking it very slow. And you're still in the driver's side, or is Phoebe in the driver's side now?
I think Phoebe's driving now.
Yeah, I'm driving.
Yeah.
At this point in time, I'm like,
Phoebe has the gun.
Yeah, I want you in back to keep Charlie calm down.
So like Phoebe, like, did your sister tell you why she would run, or like what's the deal? Like, she's your sister, right? Like, she would tell you what's going on.
There's a big age difference between us. We're not that close.
I mean, is there a reason why? Like, I mean, like my brother is really happy with her. Like, I don't know why she would run away.
Well, your brother also is known to be a bit of a ladies' man. I don't think he has been entirely above board with her during their relationship. So there have been times when I'm sure she's kind of questioned the relationship.
I mean, you can't look. They write a lot of stuff about us in the papers, but you can't take that all for true.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard when page 6, catches one of those photos of your brother kind of canoodling with like the starlet who,
I mean, but it's like, that's innocent. Like, he really loves your sister.
Man's
really
got to sow his wild oats. But
yeah,
once he has that ring on, everything changes. Everything.
I just don't know if I 100% believe that about your brother, that your brother Jacob is going to necessarily change his ways 100%.
Chip's saying these things almost like a man holding on to a life preserver. Like these have to be true. If these things aren't true, then his life has no meaning.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we just got to find her. We need to get her back and like get her back to the family.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to know why she did this too. In all honesty, I'm not really sure.
How about you, party boy? Shouldn't say anything to you?
No, but... So... Jacob... He's always a jerk to me. Like, I didn't even do anything. I mean... What? She's a doll. She's awesome. I don't... Why would she run away? I tell you why she'd run away. And he passes out.
He's got it bad, and that ain't good.
All right, so
But what, Peter, your brother didn't say anything to you? He must have known something was going on.
no, he just I don't know. I mean, he was doing his thing with the other groomsmen and talking to those guys. He was just like,
Nothing happened on the bachelor party that would upset
I mean, you know,
beautiful.
what happens in Cabo stays in Cabo.
Donna.
Yeah, but there were some of those photos that came out on that gossip website. Didn't make him look too good. I understand it was his bachelor party, but still.
Yeah, you know, like he has like we all have certain like appearances we have to maintain. Like we have a brand, like the Dadeed family. We're in the public eye, and there's like a certain aspect of our behavior that is out there.
So you guys have to do the bad boy brand as a way to...
I think it's bad spin. Like he's a good guy. He loves your sister, and it's like I don't see why like him cutting loose a little bit should get in the way of that.
None of the bad stuff has really made it in the papers.
Excuse me?
What?
Chip.
What do you
come on,
mean
man.
none of the bad stuff hasn't made it into the papers?
The Dadeeds are an honorable family. People try and take them for a ride, screw them, take their money, take their name and put it through the mud. We can't let things like that happen.
It'll be all right though. Like we'll get your sister back. Like make my brother happy. Like, and then everything's gonna be awesome. It'll be really good.
So that's the goal of this for you, isn't it? You just want to make your brother happy. What about my sister? What about her happiness?
I mean, honestly, she'll be like part of the Dadeed family, which is, I mean, that's pretty great.
Oh my god.
There's like a lot to be said for that. You know, the hardest thing about that is like, where do you go from there? You know?
Yeah, but there's a
So-
lot of stuff that comes with that that's not necessarily the best thing in the world. I.e., you end up in the gossip columns all the time. Your life is under a microscope all the time.
Yeah, but that's because you're at the top. You know, everybody looks to the top.
Sweet Donna, don't you worry. She'll be protected. And as we come out of the canyon, the sky is cleared. It is a beautiful starry night. There is a large crescent moon that has ivory light shining down. We can see finally the shore, the coast. It is rocky and wild. There is sort of a long highway that turns off to our left or our right that we could go onto, or we could keep going straight towards the coast. And we can see the lighthouse in the distance flashing ever so slowly. Head towards the lighthouse, Phoebe, if you think that's the best way to go.
Yeah, I think we should head to the lighthouse. She's mentioned it to me more than once, so I think it's a place that she'd probably go if she was upset.
And that's when we come upon the Dodge Neon. It is on its side as we cross the highway, and we sort of see that it has somehow skidded off the road and is on its side.
I pull the car over immediately, jump out, and just Donna, and just yell and run to the car as fast as I possibly can.
And you hit the brakes pretty hard, so my
Yeah.
my head hits the the back of the front seat. What? Wait, what? Are we getting food?
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
So then you're running out?
Yeah, I'm running. I'm just running straight to the car.
There's no food here, Charlie. Just a dead body.
What happened?
So I
What?
get out too, and I'm running over to see what's going on.
The cart's on its side, but she's not in it.
No.
She's not in it. It's on its side. It's obviously like you can see a little blood though from where she probably hit, but she's not anywhere around the car. So, and it's like, damn it, where the hell is she? Chip, like, use your goddamn tracking thing. I mean, like, where is she? I mean, did an ambulance come by? I mean, what? Where is she?
Chip hefts his bulk out of the Cadillac and sort of starts this stumble over, try and get over slowly. And he says, all right, back up. And he starts to check it out. And he says, I think she left on foot. But search the car. Maybe there's something in there. Anything that gives us a clue.
So I start pushing the car to like tip it back onto its into its normal position.
Yeah, and I jump on the side with you and help you to try and push it over. And there's like so much adrenaline surging through me right now because it's like the sister who I don't have that relationship with. All of a sudden, it's like my baby sister's in danger.
So it crashes down and bounces, and like what glass is left in the windshield shatters down and in. And there's some like leaking. One of the other like tires just goes lets out.
As we're searching the car, what's Charlie doing? Is he doing that as well?
Charlie's looking out from a side and says, "You guys search for clues. I'm just gonna sit here for a moment."
We'll get you a burrito once this is done, Charlie.
And you lean your face on the window like you're just kind of smash.
Yeah.
And you look down, and you see like right down on the ground, like we had all jumped out of the car to go find it. You see, what do you see?
I don't know.
I think you see a woman's shoe.
Yes.
And in the car, as we're searching it, we don't find anything, but we're careful not to get cut by glass, except the sunshade that you flip down. As we flip it down, written on it in lipstick is, "It's a lie." In this really sort of weird scrawled hand.
Whoa.
Well, she couldn't have gotten too far without this. And I pulled out the shoe.
What's that you got there, Charlie?
I think it's a sneaker. Maybe she is a sneaker awayer.
So I run over and look. It's her size. It could be hers. She's got to be somewhere in the area. What do we do? Do we split up? Do we stay together?
Well,
Can cover more ground if we split up, but not be able to support each other.
I kind of think maybe we should see if there's like anyone around who might have seen her.
Yeah, she might have gotten picked up and brought to like a hospital or something.
I mean, her car. Let's just keep going down this.
Isn't that a bar down there? I see in the you see that roadhouse?
Yeah. Let's go there.
Yeah, she probably would have headed that way.
All right.
well, I don't think I can drink anymore. But they do have food, and I've always said we should get food.
All right. So
Phoebe takes a picture of the "It's a Lie" thing to have on her phone before because she wants to figure out what's going on.
Interesting.
So I pull out my phone and I call Jacob as we're driving towards this roadhouse, and I was like, dude, hey man, yeah, so how's the wedding stuff going? You guys all
Dude, bro, it's under control. It's going to be a walk in the park. I got it all set. We're going to meet, and then we're going to go to the chapel where we got St. Francis's Chapel like we wanted to. They shut it down. They shut down traffic both ways. So we'll be able to bring the 5-horse drawn carriage up there like we wanted to. Man, it's going to be great. It's going good.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. I'm gonna tap my honest to a fault a little bit and be like, so, like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to like meet with you guys tonight, cause like,
What? Well, it's not going to be the same without you. What's going on, man? You got something on the side?
no, like me and Chip and like Phoebe and Charlie. You remember Charlie?
Charlie? You mean Chucky?
Yeah, a little upchuck.
Up, Chuck. Yeah.
No, it's Charles.
Yeah, a little Charles.
That sounds like him.
Up Charles. He
What are you doing hanging out? We were going to hang out with them instead of me and Chip, old crusty Chip.
Oh, well, we gotta, we're just like helping.
And
we're
Phoebe,
helping
who's that?
Like Donna's sister.
Oh, that Phoebe.
Yeah. So
Right.
we're just like helping, like her find her sister.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Well, say hi to her sister once you find her for me.
Okay, cool.
And
cool, man.
I'll call Donna and let her know that you're looking for her other sister. Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. Talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
Phoebe just
And
puts
I'm
her
like-
head in her hand and it's just like,
I was like, well, that was a close one, man. I should. So we pull up to this
Peter,
roadhouse.
you almost blew the whole thing up. Why did you tell him that?
It's like he's my brother.
does he realize that there is no other sister?
He's goofing with me. He's goofing. Like he knows there's something, like she's in trouble, and he knows, like, he trusts us to save her. It's fine. Like, to go
What?
get her.
Save her?
Well, I don't know, like find her or whatever.
Was he worried at all?
I'm sure totally was. Yeah. Without a doubt.
What? Oh, okay.
So we pull up into this biker bar.
Chip seems skeptical.
Yes.
The Spiker Bar. Yes, we do.
It's a rough crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So if
The Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And drinking.
so
With the honky tonk on.
yeah, there's some like raucous sounds. We hear some glass break-in
Much
as we
like
drive
this.
in. Yeah. And roll up and in. So there's no car there. No, like, well, we saw the car back on the road. So yeah, we pull up to this thing.
All right, guys, we need to keep an eye on Charlie because he's a little out of it, and this looks like a little bit of a tougher crowd. So I've definitely like bartended in places like this. You don't want to say the wrong thing to the wrong guy.
I think he's finding out who he is, finally. I've seen it before. When a man goes to war, finds
Yeah.
out who he really is.
What? But I've been through a lot, you guys. Your sister is a pretty awesome gal. If I only had the chance, that would be awesome.
Well, you do have the chance to like find her with us and it'll be fine.
No, I mean, I've loved that girl for almost my whole life.
That's cute. That's awesome, man.
Believe me, Charlie, I'd much rather she ended up with you than the douchebag she's about to marry.
Whoa, hey. Watch it. It's
yeah,
my brother.
well, whatever. Let's just get in and
Well,
try and
she's
find
right.
Donna.
She's right. And you know it. But I just...
Man,
Wait.
you are messed up, Charlie.
Like, I thought Jacob didn't even know that she was gone. I thought we were doing this on the stealth. And now you're telling me that he knows and he just can't bother
like,
himself to come out and figure out what happened to his
like he
bride?
probably know, like he doesn't know, but he probably like feels it, right? Like that something's wrong. Like he can't. And
I
if,
think you're giving
maybe
him a lot
he doesn't,
more credit than.
All right, so
he's
maybe if
due.
he doesn't, but maybe he would care if he did. No.
Yeah, you'd think he'd care enough to be out here to try and figure out what the heck is going on, make sure she's
Well,
okay.
then yeah. So we're doing this stealth so we don't worry him. It's fine.
Is this what you've done your whole life?
And
Like
I
your
know
whole
I'm
life has
losing
been
this
like,
argument,
you know,
and I like
going
leave
ahead
the
and-
car. I'm going in this roadhouse. We're gonna figure this out.
Charlie, I meant what I said. I'd much rather she ended up with you than Jacob.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can go find her.
I don't think sweet Donna would go into a place like this.
No, but I mean, if she hurt herself, she's probably looking for someplace she can at least call an ambulance or call, get help. Especially since that guy took her phone. So, put in a similar situation, I would do the same. Plus, these guys aren't so bad. As I said, I've bartended in places like this before. It'll be fine.
She's like a daughter to me. I want you to know that, Phoebe. I want her to be safe.
I do too, Chip. Pat him on the back.
So as we all kind of like bust in to this roadhouse as the jukebox track ends, and bikers and their biker babes kind of like turn, look us askance for over their pool cues or beers or whatever.
I believe the correct term is old ladies.
They're old ladies.
Yeah.
And so, and on the TV we hear another body was found being of a dead prostitute, which the police are saying could be attributed to the Bayside killer. But then the music jukebox kicks back on, and we saunter up to the bar.
And then they're flashing the Dadeed family photo on the news, talking about how the wedding's in the next week. And there's
and it's I'm in the background.
You're in the background, yeah. You're on TV.
But yeah, so
Phoebe takes a quick look at the scene. Very quickly picks out the bartender's this old grizzled guy, nice long beard. So she heads over to him. Hey guy, how's it going?
Doing all right tonight. What is a crazy bunch of cool cats like you doing here?
Yeah, sorry, we're a little bit out of place, but we're looking for my sister. It looks like her car got into an accident on the road.
Accident? I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, she was driving this red Dodge Neon that was up there and was overturned, and she's not there, so we assumed she probably headed this way. It looked like she might have walked away from the accident. We think she's okay, but probably...
Is it red or is it neon?
Neon is the type of car. It's a Dodge Neon. It's
Oh,
this little tiny,
okay.
like,
all I
rental
know
piece
is
of crap.
motorcycles. I don't know what they're making those fancy old cars nowadays.
But did you notice anybody else like kind of wander?
What does she look like?
She's about 5'7". She's got blonde hair. On the slight side, she's not real. She's on the thin side.
I don't know. I mean,
She would have been wearing pretty plain clothes, like just a plain shirt and pair of pants. Nothing fancy.
did you, well, there was something kind of peculiar. I was taking out the trash yesterday, and I saw this car zoom by or whatever, and then came back out again, and this girl was walking earlier, and it was... Wait, what? Sorry. That was my song. Alright. Well, I mean, have you go check out the old scenic, they call it now, it's like more of a tourist trap, the old lighthouse?
No, we haven't. We were headed that way, but I just figured she might have stopped in here to maybe get some help if she,
Probably your
needed a
best
doctor
bet,
or
or, I mean, I don't know, maybe ask the, ask old Lurleen over there. She's a little bit more keen on this sort of stuff than I am.
All right, I'll head over. Thanks a lot.
So Lurleen is eyeing Chip up and down.
Yeah, well, Chip actually fits in really well here. There's many of these bikers are sort of those hard-bitten ex-military type guys. A lot of them, and gals, a lot of them have been in the service, maybe even. There are military tattoos they have on their arms or patches that they're wearing, different things like that. So, yeah, Chip definitely feels comfortable here. And as Lurleen is sort of looking him up and down, he sort of gives her the nod.
Aren't you a tall glass of water?
And he says,
I'd ride your stallion.
he says,
Lurleen.
he says, Captain Chip Hanley.
Ooh,
He says,
hello, Captain.
takes a mighty strong woman to ride this stallion.
She
But I'm on a job,
cigarette.
beautiful. And he puts in 2 cigarettes and lights them both and hands one to her.
All right, so she takes the one cigarette out of her mouth and takes the other one and takes a long drag.
He says, but I'm on a job right now looking for a missing girl.
The cigarette's ash.
Yeah, ash.
She throws down the that she lets out.
That's quite some lung capacity you have there.
Yeah. A girl, you say, Chip.
Bet you can suck the red off an apple.
You know how to get to a girl's heart.
Chip, you can come back. Can we get to the point here?
You said you're looking for a missing girl.
Not for Chip. It's my sister, actually. There was a car accident a little bit up the road.
This is my friend Phoebe. She's
Very, very nice to meet you.
Oh, hey, honey. How you doing?
Doing good.
like a
And
daughter to me.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're just trying to find my sister. She might have come through here. Bartender said that you might have seen something. There was a car accident on the road a little bit farther
that
up.
little wreck? That little car?
Yeah, and we think she walked away from it. And we thought maybe she would have stopped here to maybe call for help. But from what we understand, her phone got stolen. So she would have had to stop somewhere to call for help.
Yeah, I mean, you can't trust half of the people around here.
So
But I wouldn't, I mean, a girl, how old is she?
Oh, she's young. She's like in her mid-20s. She's not very tall either. She's like 5'7" and kind of on the thin side. So she's definitely on the slight side.
I wouldn't trust somebody, it's not that safe around here. It's very quiet. A lot of weird stuff.
Like what sort of weird stuff?
Oh, like just, families that stay in the family and a lot of drifters. It's... If you need a family like us around here in the roadhouse.
So would there be any place you'd recommend to go look? We were going to head to the lighthouse next.
Yeah, I mean, you could try it, but a girl on her own out here, I don't know.
Do you think something might have happened to her?
I don't know.
Anybody else you'd recommend we could ask that might know something?
I'd say go to the lighthouse, and then you may want to talk to the police.
Oh, man.
Chip says, we'll be able to take care of this on our own. But you, gorgeous, I want to find you again. And he slips her his card, and he says, you give me a call.
Yeah, and she puts it down between her breasts.
Of course.
All right. We interrupt our story here and we'll resume in our next communique. To learn more about the players and the engine in our story, visit boardghost.com. You can attempt to pierce the veil and contact us at BoardGhostWorld on Twitter. Shout out through the ether if you have any desires we can fulfill. I was one of your players this week, John Holt. You can find me on Twitter at Lord Joho. Where can they find you, Brian?
You can find me at Alo Roar. That's ALOWROAR.
All right. And Ken?
And you can always find me, Ken Breeze, at Burling's Beard, both on Twitter and my own site. It's BERLINGS Beard.
And the Stacey Douglas Moverly, you can find me on Instagram at Stadomo, STADOMO.
All right. So you can listen to the playlist of the mixtape that we were playing against off the website. And you can leave reviews and comments on iTunes or your preferred listening portal. We recommend Overcast. It's a great iOS app. Free plug. Please take a moment to subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest episodes. Next week, we'll be back with Ribbon Drive Part 2, the continuation of this story. We'd like to thank Pat Couples for our theme song and interlude music. You can find more about Pat at patcouples.tumblr.com or on his band's homepage, hotelsandhighways.com. If you're not alone in the void, share our stories. The more they're consumed, the truer they become.
Living is a highway, then heaven is a bus stop. Been waiting for a minute there.